Welcome back, our dear viewers. Under the patronage of President Abdel Fattah Sisi, the Ministry of Immigration and Affairs of Expats launched the Speak Arabic, or the initiative in December 2020 to connect Egyptians abroad with their homeland and teach them the Arabic language. To shed more light on the issue, we are very much delighted to be joined over the phone by Dr. Wassim Sisi, our Egyptologist. Good morning, Dr. Wassim.
Good morning, my dear.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Dr. Wassim, such presidential initiatives as the Speak Arabic reflects the political leadership's keenness to strengthen the belonging and consolidates the Egyptian identity among the Egyptians. What's your take on this initiative, Dr. Wassim?
Really, I found that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, he wanted to assert the Egyptian identity, and I noticed that probably through three circumstances. The first one was the first international economic conference. The logo was UNRWA, which is the key of life, and it was a very big logo. I felt this was in 2014.
Yeah.
And I feel immediately that our president wants to assert our belonging to our ancient history by this logo from the very beginning. The second thing was the transference of the royal mummies from the Egyptian museum to Civilization Museum, the 22 mummies. And you know that this was, the whole world was looking at that event. The third thing which I noticed was the Ram Road, the celebration with the Ram Road in Luxor. All these events, President Abdel Fattah Sisi wants to confirm our identity to our ancient Egyptian history through knowing first Arabic language.
Yes. What are the goals of the initiative Speak Arabic, Dr. Wassim?
First of all, we wanted to teach our young generation or our children how to read Arabic, because to perfect their mother language, they can read the Arabic origins of their history. This is number one. And I think this is a fair history, writing, I mean, more than writing our history in foreign languages. So this is the first goal, I think. The second goal is that the nearest language to our ancient Egyptian language is Arabic, simply because both of them are Semitic languages. Both of them are, the root is triad root for both of them. The feminine T, for example, Si and Set. Si, which means in ancient Egyptian language, ragul. Set means woman. We call it ta'nis. The feminine T is common between Arabic and ancient Egyptian language.
Yes.
And so on. So when you can you have good command on Arabic language, this is the nearest way that you can read hieroglyphics and read the ancient Egyptian language as well. So I think this is the goal of the two goals of knowing and reading the Arabic language. And I would like to remind you that Ahmed Kamal Pasha, he collected 16,000 words from ancient Egyptian language. You and me are talking them every day, not knowing that these words are ancient Egyptians. For example, the word deen, for example, coming from the word D, which means 5. Noon means religion, so means the 5 pillars of the religion. It means خطوة خطوة, means
Yes, step by step.
so on. 16,000 words. Ahmed Kamal Basha collected them.
Yes. Doctor, what is the importance of such initiatives for the Egyptian communities and the children of these communities living abroad?
It's very important. You know, Parkelot, for example, he is a German plant scientist. He came to Egypt and he visited Onas pyramid, and he read a verse saying that man lives and dies, and in resurrection he should be so clean like lotus flower. He, as a plant scientist, when he returned back to Germany, he examined lotus paper, and whenever he puts water, it becomes very minute particles and expelled from the surface.
Yeah.
Even water with mud, even gum, even so on. And he put his hand on a great discovery. This discovery, the medical companies made use of it. The synthetic, for example, arteries made with the loose effect so as blood does not clot on its surface. And so no need for anticoagulants later on after the operation. And even the car companies, I mean, aeroplane companies, the surface outside should be with loose effect, so as no dirt comes in. So much so that that great medical, scientific magazine, American Scientific, says that our century is century of lotus effect.
Actually, Dr. Wassim, this month the first camps for the second phase of the Speak Arabic were launched under the slogan, Our Egyptian Roots. What's your comment on that, and what do you see in the activities of these camps?
It is very important to know our roots, because we have to know our ancient Egyptian history first. I remind you with Simonides. He is a great philosopher and thinker in Greece. And when Greece defeated Sparta, that philosopher said, we defeated them. He means that the Spartic people, not when we invaded them, but when we abolished and demolished their history. So this is very important, that we know our history good. When we know our history good, we will know that we were the pioneers all over the world who did the cataract operation, for example, Trefine operation, for example, root transplantation roots, for example, especially from dead twin to his alive twin. So we will know a lot of many things. We will discover scientific things from this. So very important to know the roots of our history.
Indeed. Dr. Wassim Sisi, our Egyptologist, thank you so much, sir, for your very precious input. Always a pleasure to listen to your precious input, sir. Our dear viewers will go to a short break, and after that we'll be back to continue our show for today, so stay tuned.